Hi everyone! Welcome to today's video. I will be doing my 2023 bullet journal flip through. For 2023 I used a B5 Archer and Olive bullet journal. And let's go ahead and jump right in. So for the first page here, I just have my name, Jackie, and I like to name my bullet journals. So for 2023, I named them Morgan. The next page, I just kind of did a little grid spacing page here. And then I also had my 2023 goals as well as a gift ideas list. Then the next page, I have my 2023 overview. So on this page, I just have important events like birthdays, appointments, holidays, bills, meetings, etc. And then I have here my 2023 in Polaroids, and I actually use an HP sprocket printer to print these images out, and I print them out at the end of every month just to kind of represent the month in pictures. Then moving on, we're going right into the first month, which is January. I decided to do a makeup theme. I have the monthly spread, and then I like to include a monthly challenge. And then I just have a little section for a brain dump, which typically involves finances, so I just have a little sticky note over that. Moving on, I do monthly doodles, so it's set up similarly to a monthly calendar. For January, since I was going with a makeup theme, I wanted it to look a little bit like a makeup palette. And then I also include monthly favorites as well as monthly memories. And again, I use my HP Sprocket photo printer. Moving on to the first week of January, I have my weekly layout here. As you will notice throughout the video, I pretty much stick to the same weekly layout. So I just have a little box up here indicating what month it is. I have a little calendar, and then I include my trackers here, my habits, weight, and mood. And then over here I have finance or expense trackers, but I just have them covered up right now. This top one is for my personal account, and then this one is for my joint account with my husband. And then down here is a box for my credit card expenses. The goal is to not use it, and so to reward myself for not using it, then I either draw something in this box or I place a sticker relating to the monthly theme. So otherwise, I have a Monday start, and then Sunday end, and then just a little notes box down here. I also like to include little tabs throughout the month just to be able to flip through to specific parts of the month easily. So in order to do that, I just cut inwards one box and then just leave a little bit for the tab and round off the edges. Moving on to the second week, again, just a very similar layout. Now moving on to February, I did a nighttime theme, so I used darker, more rich colors for this month. And I forgot to mention, but for January and February, then I actually used gouache paints for the covers as well as this background for my February monthly doodles. Here is the first weekly spread of February. Moving on to March, I did a simple bohemian retro rainbow theme. My March monthly doodles. And then the first week of March. So every week I still use the same weekly layout, but as you can probably tell, I just switch the colors up, make sure that the pages just look a little bit different from one another. Moving on to April, I did this pastel Easter egg theme. This time I used watercolor paint instead of gouache, and from this point on for the rest of the year I used watercolor for my covers. Moving on to the monthly doodles for April. And then the first weekly spread. Moving on to May, I did another pastel theme. This time I focused more on boba tea and mochi. My May doodles. And then for June, I did a lemon theme. Now moving on to July, I did an ice cream theme. For this last week of July, I had surgery, and so I just wanted to keep track of how I was feeling during recovery, so hence the little journal entries there. And moving on to August, I did a stationery theme. For the cover for August, I did not do a separate watercolor painting. I just drew directly onto the journal page. Now, similar to January's doodle page, where I wanted to incorporate the theme into the background of the doodles page, then for August I made it look as if it was my bullet journal just turned sideways. Moving on to the weekly spreads. Now on to September. I did a watercolor painting and I wanted to do a sunflower theme. A very warm and autumnal theme for this month. My September doodles. Hi, homie. Moving on to October, I did a pumpkin theme. Now on to November, I did sort of this cozy bookworm theme. For my November doodles, then I wanted to make it look as if it was a bookshelf. Now, as you can see, I started wanting to write in a different section what I was watching or listening to that day. So starting this week in November, then I actually switched up my weekly layout slightly just to divide up the boxes a little bit. So what I did was I would have my workout as well as what I ate that day in this top box, and then the box to the right would be what I watched, and then the bottom left would be my work schedule or if I had any meetings that day, and then the box next to it would be what I listened to. I felt like that would be more organized than what I was doing previously. Alright, now on to the last month, December. I did this loose watercolor style of ornaments with some metallic gold. Alright, this is the last week of the year, and at the end of every journal I like to save a few pages just to do a little year in review. So I just journal about every month, kind of what happened. And that finishes off the entire 160 pages of the journal. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed the flip through. Let me know which month was your favorite down below, and let me know if you have any comments or any questions. I would love to answer them. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!